Hello everyone, this is Random Count 1001 and I'm here for a review of Andor episode 4. So I will say that the show is still going kind of slowly, but I didn't mind it as much as I did in the first 3 episodes because it feels like it's necessary. This is actually setting up some stuff to happen that will serve the whole show rather than a small arc like the first 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes took so long to do a simple thing, which is basically get Andor into the rebellion by being hunted by some corporate security because he killed 2 of their men. That's a very simple thing, and they took 3 whole episodes to do that. This feels like they're setting up for the rest of the show. This doesn't feel like episode 4. It feels more like episode 2, because episode 1 felt, or episode 1 to 3 felt like its own story, like one episode. And I think it should have been like 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah. So it is still slow, but I'm okay with it this episode because it's just more interesting. I don't know what there is about it, but it interests me more, and it feels like it's setting up for the whole show rather than just one little arc. So, yeah. Uh, one thing that I found a little uninteresting was that storyline with Dedra, and those scenes with the Empire weren't particularly interesting to me. There's just a stiffness to it that just didn't compel me. Especially Dedra is a very stiff character. She sort of, I feel that there's a lot behind that, but I'm not really seeing it in the performance. Like, her facial expression is pretty much one facial expression throughout the whole thing. So, yeah. But there was interesting stuff. There were interesting scenes in this episode. I will say particularly that first scene with Luthen trying to convince Andor to join on this mission was very captivating. In my opinion, it's the best scene of the show. I was just hooked. Like, I, it was so interesting the way the amount of conviction that Luthen had, the way that Andor talked about things. It was such a captivating scene, and yeah, I think they're good at having scenes like that. But I think that one particularly was very good. I'm also very interested with everything going on with Mon Mothma. All of those scenes were interesting to me because it felt like Mon Mothma was really fighting for something. She had a true purpose, and she's just more of an interesting character. It feels like she has personality to her, and she's really fighting for the cause. Overall, it's still a bit slow paced, but I can see that they're setting things up to happen, and I'm okay with it this time because it didn't feel unnecessarily slow, and it wasn't super boring. There were interesting scenes in this episode, and there was interesting stuff going on. Even the stuff with Cassian joining the team for the mission um, wasn't super boring. I mean, there was some conflict going on there. It wasn't the most captivating stuff, but it didn't feel boring. So, yeah, think this episode is the best one for me, definitely. Um, I would give it a good 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, this one definitely was much more interesting to me. And yeah, I'm hoping that they can build upon this episode and keep upping the stakes and making things more interesting and exciting. So that's it for this video. Tell me in the comments what has been your favorite episode of Andor so far. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.